What's up everybody, welcome back to another episode here. I've done a little bit of checking around while the game's been paused, and it looks like Wurzburg is a good candidate to become a free city status because we don't actually have that much increased relations with him, and he's got increased relations due to released in peace. So let's go ahead and focus our improved relations there, and we should be able to make that happen sooner than with who else was it? Anhalt, I think. Okay, we've caught up these provinces, means we're safe from our natural disaster for now. But it's getting close, which is not cool because I want to take Pest from Hungary. Bosnia just expanded like crazy into Hungary. These missions are basically undoable for us right now because our damned aggressive expansion. So we can declare on Brandenburg. We could take his money, but there's no actual nations we could release. He is actually still Catholic for now, so that's not a good idea. We can also declare on Mantua, which doesn't look like the best idea either. It's going to drag us in against Corsica, who is barely voting for us. Nope, I think we're going to chill for now. I am going to hold on to these provinces and actually add them to the empire when we get nearer to 50 imperial authority, because we are at risk of actually going into the negative and losing all of our authority, which I don't wish to happen for obvious reasons. If I was to add all my land to the empire and gain authority and then actually lose that authority later, that would be the opposite of what we desire. We're really rooting for the empire here and hoping Brandenburg does not win this war. They've taken one fort, so it looks as though they may win. Interestingly, it's 1532 and Novgorod is still on the map. Muscovy's pushed really far south. Got Ryazan in a personal union. Nice. Liege declares on Burgundy as well. Excellent. Go Empire. Conquer land for me outside the Empire on my behalf. Whoa! That's a pretty big Tunis. I was about to say Tunis is a pretty bizarre rival at this point, but he's pretty big. Pretty big guy. Makes sense. Florence, on the other hand, has since become invalid. He rivaled us a moment ago, which was just bizarre. There are some Neapolitan pretender rebels over here. If they were successful, that would liberate Naples from their personal union, so we're really hoping that they are successful. That would be funny. Wow! 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 Portugal is in a personal union under Super Spain. Oh gosh, I hope they can't hold on to that personal union, because he's getting pretty beastie out here. He's got 3 PUs right now. But interestingly, he just YOLO declared on Ragusa using Naples CB, which of course brought in the Ottomans, who are probably, let's be honest, they're probably rank 1 right now. But they always are guaranteeing Ragusa nowadays. This is probably the largest war that the Ottomans have been in God knows how long. Let's fabricate on Ragusa, as we might be able to take it ourselves. Just sneaky take it. We are pulling trade to Vienna after all, from Ragusa, and that is the only center of trade. We can see Ragusa has the one province and it's acquiring him 15 influence, which is almost as much as we have. Wow, even after increasing autonomy here, these provinces are not happy. That's brutal. So sitting back at peace is definitely not the most efficient way. Oh, check it out. To pay off our loans, I was saying, check it out. The Empire is winning. That's the dream. That is so the dream. We released land here in order to fight off that coalition. And if they can just bring it back into the Empire themselves, then it basically was free, if you think about it in that regard. Got the old school Croatian nationalists or separatists about to spawn, so we'll have to deal with that. Didn't occur to me until just now that... Okay, we have a truce with Venice. Venice is sitting there looking pretty free. 8 years' time. Pretty free little province here that we could bring into the Empire. He's allied to the Knights. Surprisingly, that alliance still exists. Loving that event. We've almost maxed out our improved relations with France, but we still have 7 years before it becomes a real issue. No! The Empire is just falling apart, dude, and we're so close. I think peace amongst the Empire was giving us 0.11, so we would be at 0.14 right now if we could pass this. Barely winning these battles due to our infantry being so low. I'm consolidating to make as much money as possible. We have a bit of manpower to reproduce these forces. We should gain a lot of improved relations just over time, over the next 8 years or 7 years, due to, you can see a union in the name is giving us 3.4 yearly. They force union on us, 3.4 yearly. Aggressive expansion, 3.4. They use royal marriage as a pretext to claim our throne, 5.2 yearly. So all of those times 7. Liberated our provinces is -1, but that's only a total of 8. Declared war is 5, that will disappear entirely. Was at war is 3, that will disappear entirely. So we should be able to find our relations to continue to improve. It's what it really comes down to is I really wish to pay off all, but at least most of our debt by that time. If we could pay it off by that time, then we'd be much more comfortable manning more forces. You see what I'm saying? Do our best to prevent these nations from joining any kind of coalition after the truce ends. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is a pretty awkward situation to be in. There's probably some kind of obvious move I could be doing. We could attack Hungary for sure. One reason I'm hesitant to do that is because of the civil war. Could we core Pest up? I think we probably could. He probably does not have much money to give us, regardless. There we go, sitting at -10 relations with France right now. Oh, and his liberty desire is finally waning. If my calculations are accurate, I think we will keep him as a vassal. If we were to close the gap, technically we have higher force limit than he does. Yeah, so it's just going to come down to our economy. It might cripple us to actually have a huge amount of forces manned. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn the speed up here. And I'm going to try add Wurzburg as a free city to the empire. And then we're going to go ahead and declare on Hungary. You know what, this province it's not going to be stable due to its religion. Let's go ahead and decrease their autonomy, which will improve our economy and our manpower. And it will make them revolt faster. Go, go, Empire! Bring the land in! No! That's not bringing land in. Why you do this? That is, though. Good job, and this will be as well. Good stuff. We can reconquer that on France's behalf, which will actually improve our relations with them, I believe. Liberating land. That would be awfully easy to take one province for them. No, Mecklenburg's off the map. Okay, nice. Bringing him back. I wonder if you guys can hear the birds outside my morning window. It's morning here, 5:24 a.m. in the morning, up early recording. And the birds are really noisy. I'm tempted to pull my window up, but if you guys can't hear them, it's all good. I like them. Ah, he won. Naples got it. Wow. And the pretender rebels were actually wiped out by enemy forces by the looks of things. And he's still fighting with England. And England's getting wrecked. Oh my gosh. Super Spain, man. Man, that is the dream. That is so the dream when you're playing Castile, to get a personal union over Portugal. The Super Spain, dude. That Spain, though. I mean, look at him. Portugal's all over the show, and he's even converted most of it to Catholic. This is crazy. Dang, man. Poor England's getting wrecked by these four combined at sea, I suppose, and his allies, and therefore they're just all running onto the mainland. Less than 2,000 ducats in debt. We're slowly getting there. Really tempted to take Pest out, which is a really valuable province, 24 development. The reason I hesitate because of the civil war, like I said. If our damn leader would just die. Can you please die? If he would die, then our legitimacy would no longer be an issue. And we could get back to war. We're just making a puny amount of imperial authority. It's going to take a long time at this rate. We have to find some wars. We've got so much truce going on, but we have to find some wars where we can actually liberate certain nations, like Bavaria. We could release Augsburg, and we could force his religion, most likely. But his diplomacy is pretty strong, considering how low our forces are right now. God dang it, I hate you, game. This is actually going to increase our land maintenance as well, I think, if we take this. Being in Marsh, we should be able to win this battle, I hope. I'm tempted to consolidate. Let's do it. Gotta make that money, man. We're really strapped for options though, and my damn ruler, just die, dude. Because we could continue through Hungary into Transylvania. There's a lot of land that we could incorporate, and cheap land at that as well. It doesn't have much coring cost. Uh, but we can't really overextend ourselves, or else we're going to get a civil war. Got 5 years before the truce with France is over, and it's like the most significant thing in the world. Even if our economy was bad at that point, I would have to boost our forces in order to have their liberty desire be below 50. It's pretty much GG. If they go over 50, a nation like Castile, who's rivaling us, is going to support their independence, and then we're going to have to fight a defensive war against Portugal, Castile, Aragon, Naples, and France, and anybody else who supports his independence as well. Anybody who hates us, like Poland, for instance, or Lithuania, or who knows, even Tunis. This is a pretty boring episode, I apologize for that. Those claims we just used to convert these two provinces to Protestantism. Wow, England is getting so... he's actually getting 100%ed. I wonder what they will do to him. Are we about to see Scotland or something? Okay, might have to give some money here to Wurzburg. Yeah. Please be enough. No, you're kidding me. Blip. It's max relations. I hate you, game. What? So we could get 2 from Austrian reputation. What do I do? So -50, so monarchs can't. I would need more reputation. This is really upsetting. Got him. Gosh darn it, staring me in the face the whole time. Frankfurt. Yeah. That was quite a bit of imperial authority that we could have had. I really searched as well during the in-between period of different episodes if there was someone that I could actually give it to, and I missed Frankfurt. He was probably the only option, to be honest. My bad. Gosh darn it, that should have occurred to me as well. Wasted so much time, gave Wurzburg my money. You jerk, Wurzburg! Why do you do this? Nice, okay. So all but 3 provinces, we essentially conceded 3 provinces at this rate to our coalition, because this is all being brought within the empire regardless. And in due time we could probably, there you go, he's even got a claim on it. We could go ahead and conquer this on France's behalf, but at the moment we don't want them any stronger than they currently are in comparison to us. 8 more loans to pay off. Looks like we are stabilizing our economy. The Ottomans finally expanding into Wallachia, and it's one reason I want to expand out here into Hungary and then Transylvania, because it's kind of inevitable, I think, that someone will expand into Transylvania if it's not us. I think fully annexing Hungary is probably a good move. Let's wait for these Bosnian separatists to spawn, which we should be able to handle on the hills, I hope. Yeah, that tiny little revolt, we can handle that no problem. Now this is interesting. He just conquered Holstein. Denmark's up again on the map. That's a little bit annoying there. He basically... Damn it. That guy basically just liberated these two provinces from the Empire. Not too happy with how that played out. Okay, time to declare on Hungary. I hope that we so we've got either we can core these provinces up before the civil war happens, or alternatively our ruler dies. Our ruler, who is 56 years old, we're using him as our general. Yeah, but if either of those do not actually come to fruition, we might find ourselves having a civil war here. I hope I don't regret it, but I feel as though we can pull it off, so... I feel as though we should be able to core this land up in time. Fully annexing Hungary is also going to allow us to take all of his money. That's a second incentive to actually declare on him. Peace within the Empire, yes. Yes. Please last. So this is how much, at the moment, how things stand, this is how much we would be gaining if we could just pass this. Which is not bad at all, you know, when considering emperors die, we get 10, adding land to the empire. That didn't last long. That might have not even lasted a month. Damn it. Three years. April 1539. We have to make sure that there is 0 or under 50% labor desire, and that means mostly at this stage I think we're good, man. I honestly think we're good if we just build infantry up, but the reason I don't want to do that is because we're so far in debt, obviously. Now shortly after that, 1 year later, is the truce with the large coalition. We're looking in much better shape against the amount of hostile nations, but let's continue to do our best to prevent them from being hostile. Here's Tuscany. Uh-oh. Looks like Switzerland just declared a suicidal war. Hopefully I can ask Switzerland to be back on the map after I imagine they're about to be fully annexed. Please have some money, Hungary. 43. Ah, he's still alive. I'm only going to take the one because I'm concerned that this is going to prevent us from being able to core that until this is cored. If you see what I'm saying, out of coring range. So that's my thought process there. It's also a different religion. If that was out of coring range and we had to wait for this, civil war. You know what I'm saying, guys? So I desperately wanted it in order to expand into Transylvania, but it just wasn't going to happen. Now I suspect Transylvania will rival Hungary? Nope, never mind. Oh man, England got wrecked. Man, rip England. Aha! How the flip Naples is free. They're free. That's so cool. We're potentially going to be able to expand into Naples here shortly. Awesome. It's so good for us. Those rebels must have been successful. They were sitting there on the capital, remember, guys? It is so cool. Finally, something works out in our favor. Naples hopefully will be, in the future, will be a free land to expand into. Outside the empire that we can add to the empire. Absolutely brilliant. In the meantime, though, this Spain is still, he's pretty savage. Indirectly in control of the entire Iberian Peninsula. Making a decent amount of money with those 8 loans to pay off. I think we're doing okay. No, everybody's attacking Alsace. Alsace is about to be gone burgers, man. 5% national tax and reduced monthly autonomy. That's a damn nice event there. I'm loving that. Looks like we have a new idea group up and coming, finally. As to what that idea group's going to be, I'm not 100% sure. I think it would be time that we finally pick up our first military idea, but our Diplo is just as inflated, to be honest. So it's between Diplo itself. Diplo ideas would be the Diplo idea that we would take, because reduced province war score cost is so huge for world conquest. Another diplomat is not bad for us in this circumstance, as well as Diplo relations, as well as Diplo reputation. And the 10% Diplo technology cost, the sooner we get that, the better, because we're basically going to want to rush down that Diplo 22. So a part of me thinks that getting the Diplo tech is the way to go, but on the other side of things, we don't have any military ideas. So going up against nations who do have military ideas would be pretty scary. Aragon has offensive. Portuguese have offensive in the works. I think Diplo is going to be the way to go, though. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure on that. If we were to go for a military idea, I think probably it's either going to be offensive or defensive. Ultimately, we would get both, I think. The thing that I really like about offensive for world conquest is the siege ability. Overall, I don't think offensive is that good when you compare it. But the siege ability for world conquest, very often you're just waiting to actually be able to. This is a war I want to keep my eye on. If we can attack Bavaria without his ally supporting him, then we would do that. Very often a war comes down to you just waiting to actually finish sieges. And if you can speed those wars up via siege ability, then that's ideal. Seven more lines to go. We're doing really well in regards to the economy. But we only have 2 years remaining before we have to pump the military to keep France under control. I wonder how much we can pump it at 14 ducats. Well, I apologize guys, this was a little bit of a short episode here. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it. It's at this rate, it's gonna be a long time before we pass this. We can bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at the equivalent of 25. Our leader should die any time now, meaning we are at the equivalent of 35. That's one way to look at it. But that additional 15 Imperial Authority is quite a ways away. We have this mission to improve relations with Terrer, but actually reaching 100 relations with him is just simply quite difficult at this stage. The fact that he desires our French provinces is making it more difficult as well. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys do enjoy seeing the progression here. This is extremely exciting for myself. You know, I really like how this has gone down in the sense that we've released land. I think that's one of the sneakiest or smartest things that we've learnt about the Empire run so far, is releasing land in peace deals. And the same with Burgundy. Part of my thought process when I released Burgundy over other land was that it's actually weakening France rather than ourselves, and therefore helping with the Liberty Desire. And releasing Burgundy as a standalone nation here, just bordering up against the Empire, I was hoping that exactly this happens. That he was actually conquered by the Empire, and therefore, I mean, there's not that many locations where the Empire can expand through its own right. You see what I'm saying? So releasing that land, which again was incorporated by the Empire, means in the long term of things, it was absolutely no cost for us. Really cool. I was thinking about this game all day yesterday, where I ultimately want to conquer the world on it in a live stream, and a part of me thinks it's doable at this rate, guys. I mean, look at how large the Empire is, and the fact that we can integrate France eventually. By the time we have integrated France, if we haven't reached this by then we will reach it at that stage by adding all this land to the Empire. At least that is my prediction. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. I'm really enjoying this game. Sorry if I seem a little bit slow or something like that sometimes. It's very early in the morning and I do record in separate sessions. But like I said, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.